Welcome everybody to another episode Talking Sports with the Know-It-Alls. I'm Jimmy the Know-It-All. This is a very special show. I've been looking forward to this one. We're going to do a NFL review. And we got two ladies joining us today. We got my buddy Jerry, the ultimate Bear fan. I don't know why. And we got Miss LaDonna. How you ladies doing tonight?
Oh, good.
Okay, let's get right into it. So this year was kind of, how can I put it? Interesting. With one extra week and everything, it was some good weeks, bad weeks. But we're going to start off with your surprise team of the year. So who would you ladies have for your surprise team of the year? You go first, Jerry.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Rams. You know from playing fantasy with me that I like the Rams. They've been good. But you know I don't really care for Matt Stafford. So him going to the Rams, I thought, are they going to still be a great team? Or is he going to do what he did in Detroit? I mean, he loves to throw interceptions. And he threw a lot this season, but the Rams still pulled it off. So I'm going to say the Rams and Matt Stafford really surprised me. And I'm a little bit upset and sad that Jared Goff had to be sent to Detroit to eat doo-doo sandwiches. So that's all I got to say about that.
LaDonna, I don't think you'll agree with that. What you got for your surprise team?
For one, I'm finna stick up for Matt Stafford. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Nobody to throw to. He hadn't had nobody to throw to since Calvin Johnson. Let's talk about Joe Quads that got overpaid by the Giants. Like, if it would be different if he had somebody to throw to. Marvin Jones, he was not a number one wide receiver. I'm saying, like, he made nobodies look like something. Like,
I mean, I want to argue, but you're not wrong.
Your division. I understand he's in your division, so I understand why you don't want to give him the credit. I get it. So my mom's is a Rams fan, and this was all or nothing for them. So I had the Rams up there. The surprise team for me was, and it's not even a good thing, like, it was the Packers, and then it's the opposite.
Wow.
Why didn't you do this? Where are you, Ron? Where are you? Is it the hair? Is it the hair? I think it's midlife crisis. I think I do. Like, besides that, it's Cincinnati Bengals. Like, it's Joe Burrow. Like, you're playing lights out. I didn't see him doing what he's doing. I gave them 2 years after that injury. Since this is technically his second year, but this is his first full season. Yeah. I thought he was going to do this next season.
Okay.
And so what he is doing is amazing. Like, this is like Kurt Warner kind of stuff. Like, no one saw this, you know what I'm saying? Of course you're going to hear LSU fans, I knew it was coming. No, you didn't. You didn't see. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a fan of Joe Burrow, but I didn't expect it this year either.
Only person I'm going to say I thought they was going to do it was my son. My son, Isaiah. My son, a Bengals fan, so he on cloud nine right now. But I'm shocked at the Matt Stafford. For me, my surprise was Arizona, even though at the end they fell off the way they started. I'm never a fan of Arizona. I'm always thinking they're going to win 4 or 5 games, no matter how much talent they get. So the fact they did start off hot was a little surprising. Disappointments. What team disappointed you this year?
My own team, Dallas Cowboys.
Well, I'm going to let you slide.
We have too much talent. We have way too much talent to do absolutely nothing.
So what you think the problem is?
Mike McCarthy.
Nobody likes
Dan,
him. Nobody likes
Dan,
him.
Dan Quinn. Don't get me wrong, I like Dan Quinn. So before, people watch the show and be like, oh, we just gave an extension. I know that, they were scared. But between both of them, we have a very undisciplined team. We were the most penalized team in the NFL,
I agree with that.
offensively and defensively. We have too much talent offensively and defensively. And then they were like, Diggs, I could get rid of Diggs. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Diggs. And when you come at me and say, well, he had 11 interceptions, but he gave up 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I was about to say, but he was getting burnt.
The most yards. So don't come at me with these 11 interceptions if you don't know the other side of the fact.
Exactly.
Y'all can have it. If you want that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can have that. And it's because he tried to jump the route. And
Right.
he's been like that his whole career. He just got, I don't want to say lucky. Like, he did improve his game, of course, obviously, because of the interceptions wise. But yeah, it looked good until you really saw what we were seeing as Cowboys fans saw the first 3 years of his career, which was getting burnt. Like, he was getting burnt like toast.
Okay.
So this, next year we have 21 free agents. We're not going to have the same team. We're not. Gallup is a free agent. Amari Cooper is overpaid for what he's doing. I like Amari. So, but he's not reliable as he used to be.
No.
We have way too many drops for the high caliber offensive team that we have. So he might be gone. D-Law. I like D-Law, but I can't defend him for something that he's obviously not doing, which is nothing. Like, he's doing absolutely nothing. So he more likely is not going to be there either. But yeah, this was our year, because it was just kind of like the Rams. This is it. Like, all chips were on the table for them to make it or break it, and we broke it because they suck.
Okay. Who's your disappointment, Jerry?
I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens.
Good choice. Good choice.
That's a good one.
Good choice.
Yeah, I know they had injuries, but Lamar Jackson, man, 13 interceptions, and he only started 12 games. Yeah, that I'm gonna have to go with that.
Good choice. Good choice.
And your
Yeah,
backup.
Yeah, and the player Lamar Jackson, but if I could choose a coach, it would be John Harbaugh.
Man,
because he went for the 2-point conversion.
You went for the triple play for all.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I like it.
I mean, why you go for the 2-point conversion 8 times, and 6 times it didn't work. And guess who it didn't work against? The Packers and the Steelers.
Yeah.
2 games y'all needed to win.
Yeah. That's a good, man. You stumped me on that one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Well, my disappointment gonna be my Broncos. I expected more. Their quarterback play was terrible. Like, I think they got the talent, but their quarterback play is holding them back. And I like their receivers. I love the running back, Williams. I love the D, but our quarterback play was terrible. I can't stand Drew Lock. Oh my God. I would give him away for a 2-piece from Popeyes. But my Broncos had me real disappointed. So I'll go straight into my player. I'm with Jerry. My player was Lamar. I was expecting more this year from Lamar. And I'll tie it with Zeke. I thought Zeke was going to have a bounce back year for some reason. Even though I hate Ohio State, I shouldn't even fell in for the Kool-Aid for Zeke. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to, because he was working out and all that. I said, he going to have a bounce back. He bounced back. I bounced back to disappointment. But Zeke and Lamar.
I forgot to do my disappointment player. We're gonna say the whole team, but Micah. I love you, Micah. I love you.
I hear
But
you. I hear you. I hear you.
but you know
Uh,
your team. I think I was one. Y'all beat us because I had a feeling
yeah,
y'all were
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
beat us. I had a feeling y'all were gonna beat us. But if Teddy didn't get hurt, I think y'all had a shot at the playoffs at wild card spot.
They
If,
did. They
if
did.
Teddy didn't get hurt.
They did. I like Teddy, but you can't depend on him no more. He brittle. He get touched. He got a concussion or a shoulder hurt. You know, I can't. Nah, I need
Oh,
to.
you definitely
I
need to
want
depend on
everybody talk about Aaron Rodgers. I almost don't want him. You know, I would love to get Russell Wilson, but they're gonna disappoint me and draft somebody I ain't never
this draft
heard.
is horrible in QBs, so you might as well just go find somebody
Terrible,
on the
terrible.
street.
Yeah, to go find Willie Beeman or somebody.
Might as well.
Willie Beeman or somebody.
Just get the trash can on the side.
Right. It was some good rookies this year. There was a few good rookies. Who you ladies pick for your I already know who you gonna pick, Madonna, so I ain't gonna even go to you right. Jerry, who was your rookie of the year? As far as it could be offense, defense, who was your rookie of the year?
No, I'm going with Jamar Chase.
Okay.
I have to. I have to.
Okay.
You have to. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I have to. Him and Joe Shiesty, I know we're going to probably get to it a little bit later, but they going to take it.
Yeah. I want
them to take it.
I want them to take it.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
All right.
Jamar Chase, good choice. Well, come on, LaDonna, let's hear it.
Micah Parsons.
I do like Micah Parsons.
I love me some Micah. Like his personality is just fantabulous. Like I love it. But I was a victim. But I was a victim of that Jamar Chase of that last week. He had 200 and something yards and 4 TDs or something like that. I was a victim. Somehow I still won. Thank you, Tom Brady, because he went off. But yeah, I was a victim that week.
I'm gonna go with Chase. When Justin Jefferson was killing last year, I was telling everybody in my barbershop, like, y'all don't watch sports because Jefferson wasn't even the man for LSU. I'm like, when Chase come, I was like, Chase a monster. And he didn't disappoint. You know, I was shocked Cincinnati took him. I thought they was gonna go O-line for Burrow, but that was a great choice for him, even though they already got some good receivers. He just made their receiver core that much. I think the only team can rival them is probably Dallas as far as receivers. So he was a great pick. I like Parsons though. He changed the whole complexion of Dallas defense. Yeah, for sure. So I like those. Next topic. You know, who you got for we'll go for player of the years in different angles. Who was your defensive player of the year this year? Same thing, huh? Homer, look at the Homer.
Well, no, I'll give it to TJ Watt.
Okay.
I'll give it to TJ.
Okay.
Even though I don't want to, because I don't want to be a homer all the way. Because I can give it. I'll try to give it to Micah, but TJ, I did watch TJ and what he got a couple of sacks more than Micah, so I'll give it to TJ.
And didn't TJ miss a couple games this year? Didn't he miss like 2 games or something?
Yeah, I think he was hurt, but just a couple games. He still
but to still put up the numbers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Black History Month, so I'm gonna have to pick Micah Parsons. I know that TJ Watt is the leader, and if it wasn't February,
I retract my statement.
Yeah, I mean, Micah Parsons did his thing though. Oh, that's my pick.
I hate to, oh my God, I hate this with a passion. I hate to agree with you here. And we 30 years deep knowing each other. So I think this is probably the first time we agree on something in the history. So this might
In
be
the history.
Rob. I like TJ Watt, but overall with Parsons, just what he did for Dallas D, because last year they did was terrible. So what he did, I'm gonna go with Parsons. I can't believe
I could definitely tell he worked out with Ware. That way, because of the hand movement that Ware used to do. I studied Ware. Like I used to watch him just hard body, and you can tell he definitely worked out with Ware in the off season. And and he studied him. Like he definitely followed and listened, and it's crossing over, and he's gonna be a monster. Like he's gonna be one of those. Like we talk about those generational talents. And of course, Jamar Chase, I think it's going to be like those generational talents.
Yeah.
Jamar and Micah for defense is going to be.
He's a new hybrid, as they say. You know, because he could rush the pass or fall back in coverage. You know, a couple games I saw, he was on the receiver, falling and not like close, like downfield, covered him.
He just beat Tyreek Hill and the fastest man.
I don't count that because Tyreek didn't even.
But even if he didn't put effort, but still to keep up with him.
Tyreek I watched it today. He wasn't even.
But even to keep up with him, like you shouldn't even be able to even pound for pound.
I think Tyreek was just jogging.
Like even just jogging.
I think he was just like jogging, like, come on, man, I just played last.
Yeah, but still, yeah, but it's amazing that he even that fast though. Like
for that big, that fast, yeah. Last time I've been impressed by a defender that big, that fast, probably was Urlacher. He wasn't as fast as Parsons, but to see somebody that big and that fast, like when Urlacher chased down Vic, I was impressed by that. Even though I'm nowhere near a Bear fan, I was.
You wanna get on this bandwagon? There's room.
I like Urlacher.
No,
I like Urlacher.
That's a whole nother debate. I think Briggs. I thought Briggs, he personally, was better than Urlacher. I think Urlacher was just the name because where we at and how they do stuff. But I ain't gonna get canceled because of that. So we're gonna switch it up. Your offensive player of the year. And you got a lot of choices for that.
Man.
So I know who I'm gonna go with.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go first. With this
one. Go ahead.
My offensive player of the year was Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Mine too. I mean, how can you not?
Man, like me and Jerry say, fantasy-wise, he been solid this year, but the numbers he put up, and it was just steady how he was putting up numbers. Like it wasn't how some receivers 1 week they'll go for 200.
Yeah.
It's like every week he doing like 140, 160. You know what I'm saying?
And he's still doing it in the playoffs. Like it's still steady in the playoffs like that. Like that's a great one. That's definitely a great one. Like I don't want to be the same. I want to pick the man that just retired just because he just retired, and I'm gonna say Tom Brady. I just want to say Tom Brady. I don't even like Tom Brady.
The world's greatest cheater.
And he is. But he has helped me win the last 3. I didn't play last year, but he was actually my QB this year, the year before, and the year before that. And I won.
Jerry, we might have to get LaDonna in our league.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he won. He won all my leagues. So there's that. So
he will
Tom. I don't even like Tom, but he somehow, some way.
Yeah,
this year I had no business. Because she had Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, Jefferson, and who else did she had?
Which I have a 14 league.
We had a 10 league. We had a
Oh.
10-person league, and week 8 and that week that she had, Cousins was out with COVID, and that's what saved me. That's what saved me, and I won.
Wow.
That's how I won because, like I said, I had no business winning. No business.
Well, I will admit with us in fantasy, I don't tell her to her face. I done bragged on it to everybody. Jerry probably one of the best fantasy players that I know. You know, a lot of, and I run a lot of leagues. I run like 8 leagues. And
Crazy.
the league Jerry and all my buddies be like, who is Jerry? I gotta beat her. I gotta beat her. I'm like, dude, they look, what's this, February? By July. They'll get to talking fantasy and be like, dude, I just want to be Jerry. Like,
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
I'm not even sugarcoating it. My buddies be like plotting. I got a buddy, my boy Justin, he want to stop playing fantasy, but he can't stop because he say, I gotta be Jerry. Once I be Jerry, I'll stop playing.
My husband
You know.
stopped playing, but he introduced me. He introduced me to fantasy football. Now he won't play no more because I beat him.
I wouldn't play for years. And somebody got me playing and I got hooked. Jerry was like, "Go, man, play." And I was hooked. I'm hooked. So coach of the year.
Coach of the
We'll go to
year.
coach of the year. I really don't
I'm gonna
I know.
take Zach Taylor. I mean, the Bengals coach, this is their first title game appearance since 1988. And
Yeah.
then he went out and partied with the locals. I mean, come on.
Ditto.
You know what? I'm gonna base my choice. I'm not gonna include the playoffs because that will cloud my judgment on a lot of stuff. I had Kingsbury at first because Arizona did good. Every year they've been improving. But overrated. But my coach of the year, and this is for all my friends here in Chicago, is Matt Nagy.
What?
And he's my
I'm
coach
shocked.
of the year. He's my
I'm
coach of the
shocked.
year because he won me a lot of money. So he's always gonna have a special place. He's always gonna have a special place for me. I hate to see him go. I won many a bet because of Matt Nagy.
I'm shocked. I'm
He is the
absolutely
coach
shocked.
of the year because I had so many friends this year who thought the Bears would win 12 games, 11 games, 13 games.
Yeah, it was
And-
me. I was one of them.
And what was so funny, we was making these bets. We on Facebook and they saying, I'm like, bet. And lo and behold, today, that bet came up in my memory. So me being as petty as I am, I was tagging people today like, run my money. Where's my money? Pay what you owe. You know, so I hate to see, man, Nagy is coach of the decade for me because he made me a lot of money. You know, he done paid for a lot of 8th grade stuff. He just paid for my son class ring that I'm gonna get. So
Wow.
Matt Nagy is all right with me. So MVP.
Hey, I ain't even mad at you. If somebody's bringing money in for you, like,
I get him every year. I get him every year.
I got a friend that keeps betting me, and every time he bets me, it's not even just football. It's like even hockey. He bets me, and I win every time. And it's different things I win. I'm like, he don't even bet me no more. I was like, I wouldn't bet
No.
you.
People bet, they don't know it. Look, I put, soon as the Bears schedule come out, I put it on
Yeah.
Facebook. And I say, what you think they record gonna be? And Jerry fall for the Kool-Aid sometimes.
Not every time. Not every time,
Oh,
though.
I don't even bet on the Cowboys no more because it's sad. I don't even trust them at all.
Look, Jerry will tell you, I made a bet this year that they wouldn't win. They wouldn't win, what, 6 games before Halloween. They would lose 6 games before Halloween. Man, you crazy. I done studied their schedule 100 times. I didn't think they was gonna win a game in October because their schedule was so rough once it got to October. So I'm thinking the first one of the season, I said, if they lose 2 games, I'm good because I can't see them winning in October. I was like, I'm good. And it came true. So they did me straight. MVP. Who you ladies got for your MVP this year?
Does it have to be anybody? Can it be anybody? Or
It could be a place kicker if that's your choice. It's your opinion.
Okay. I was gonna say, does it have to be the rules of what they say? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
This is opinion based.
Okay.
No answer is wrong.
Okay. I'm giving it to Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
I'm giving it to Cooper Kupp because, like, he triple crown. If we're going to look at numbers, we're not going to have this. And if you talk to him, if you've ever listened to like an interview, he's not just a wide receiver that just I'm saying, your average wide receiver. Like, he talks routes. Like, he knows his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I like a player like that.
Like, you could tell he not just studies film, but he wants you to know, like, this is how it goes down. This is what I did. I didn't just go to the left and did a slant. No, I, whatever the thing, might be, did a cross route or, whatever the play might be. And I loved it. When I heard like an interview and he did that, I was just like in awe. Because you don't hear that anymore.
Nah.
Right.
The only receiver I really knew that studied like that was Jerry Rice.
Exactly.
And he knew, and I was just telling my sons about Jerry Rice, how he knew every route, every receiver route, and he could run each one. And I said a lot. And even when I had discussions about Moss and T.O. and all that, and I was like, I wouldn't put Moss up there just because he didn't run different routes. He was just a go route,
Yeah.
I liked T.O. a little better because he did go up the middle and stuff like that. So I really I get exactly what you're saying. Who was your MVP, Jerry? Sorry about that, Lagana. What you say?
Oh, I was going to say, we were just talking about Torrey Holt's routes, how crisp and clean they were.
Yeah. So who you got, Jerry?
Yeah, I would have picked Cooper Kupp as well. But since LaDonna already picked him, I'm going to go then with Evan McPherson, the kicker for the Bengals.
There we go.
Yeah, come through, put the team on your back and know you got it. Say, I got it, we going.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go move.
Okay.
Go move.
Well, I can't do that one. That was a good choice, though. I gotta go, even though he ticked me off. I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers. I knew he was gonna do that, Jerry. I've been telling everybody, I really think he blew that game on purpose against the 49ers. I do. I
kind of feel it.
I think he's that petty and that ego.
Bitter?
His ego is so big, and I'm gonna show you. Because the first drive against the 49ers, they scored so easily. I was like, they finna blow them out. And then what he did reminds me of a playoff game Kobe Bryant had, where they played Phoenix in the playoffs and everybody was getting on Kobe about shooting. And the next game, he wouldn't shoot to prove the media wrong on purpose. And he just kept giving up the ball. Like, and I was like, dude, it's the playoffs. I don't care what the media saying. Go win. And the same thing with Aaron Rodgers. I felt like he was like, skip you, Green Bay, whatever. And
I'm immunized.
that dumb stuff too.
Yeah.
I really respected him. I really like him as a player, but he's I said on another show, he's almost a quitter. He's almost a quitter.
Yeah.
Midlife crisis. It's early midlife crisis. Something's going on.
He didn't like Brett Favre, and he done turned into Brett Favre. Actually, worse than Brett Favre.
Yeah.
But he has that.
In the water.
He has that. I think I'm smarter than you. I know I'm smarter than you. Attitude, and that privilege attitude too. But I'll leave that alone. But for the season, I'm gonna give him MVP for what he did, and but the playoffs, he really turned me off what he did in the playoffs. So
I agree.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to this big game Sunday, Super Bowl. We can finally talk about the Super Bowl.
okay.
Who do you ladies think gonna win and why? Don, I'm gonna start with you. Who do you think will win and why?
I'm a neutral. My mom's favorite team is a Rams. We are originally from St. Louis, so she watched them when they came to St. Louis. I was already a Cowboys fan, so she watched them when they came there. Bengals. I lost a friend to COVID right when the playoffs started, and he was the biggest Bengals fan that I know of. So I am like, deep down in my heart, I really kind of want the Bengals to win because of the backstory of what's going on. 88, my friend just passing, you know what I'm saying? Like, like even, like kind of like the odds of them winning is like so low since like the 99 Rams. Like it's the whole backstory is like amazing. So I'm neutral, but I think I'm gonna be I'm gonna definitely probably be emotional wreck if the Bengals win, but I just want a good game. Like, I don't care who, like, I don't want really a blowout, but I do think Jamar Chase, Higgins, and Boyd are going to be a problem for the secondary of the Rams, and Von Miller and Aaron Donald is going to be a problem for that front line for for Cincinnati Bengals. So good luck to everybody.
Good analogy. I like that. What you got, Jerry?
Well, I definitely have the Bengals because I am a Joe Shiesty fan. And I think when you show up with that kind of drip, you look good, you feel good, you're going to play good. Jamar Chase is going to play good, and they got that kicker. So I think they're going to win.
You and that kicker, boy. You and that kicker. You and that kicker.
And I bet, let's put money on it right now, Matt Stafford will throw at least one interception.
He's good for at least one.
We just had this talk in the barbershop on the show I did earlier. I promise you ladies sound just like everybody in the shop. I promise he throw an interception.
Yes. One. If not two, I'll give you two.
Well, of course, I gotta be different. I'm going with the Rams, even though my son is. I'm surprised
you gotta do Isaiah like that.
I'm surprised he don't bust in here like really, Dad, really. I think Aaron Donald is finna climb. I'm thinking I'm looking for Aaron Donald to win MVP action. I think he's gonna get like 3 sacks. I'm looking for him.
But are we talking about MVP for playoffs, or are we talking about MVP for the season?
No, I'm thinking
two different things.
I'm picking Aaron Donald. I'm picking Aaron Donald to win MVP of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I'm picking the Rams to win, and I'm picking Aaron Donald to win MVP. I think certain players, when certain games come, it's like you get that feeling they gon', and I had that feeling that I think he gonna climb. I think he gonna, because like we say, the Cincinnati line has been so suspect. And I think Aaron Donald is gonna feast on it. I think it wouldn't surprise me if they get like 9 sacks, but I think Aaron Donald gonna be a monster. Cincinnati receivers can't get them problems. But I think the Rams, it wouldn't surprise me if OBJ have a big game.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Because they're going to concentrate on Cooper Kupp so much. And I believe if they get any pressure, I believe OBJ going to get them quick slants. And he can break them for some nice runs. But I don't think he's going to get no touchdowns. I think Cooper Kupp will get off touchdown. I think he'll do the Pete Carroll.
Oh, I think
approach.
OBJ I think he gonna get at least.
Don't they have it?
At
Don't
least
they have
one.
a Jefferson?
But Jefferson might drop 7 balls and just catch them.
He might drop, but I'm saying he could be a decoy. And
he could be a decoy as well.
That's what they're going to need.
Absolutely.
That's what they're going to definitely need from him in this game, because they're going to be so concentrated and double teaming Kupp. And they might even try to start double teaming OBJ, and they're going to need that decoy to get one of the other two open.
If I'm even both teams, I would do the New England approach. I would double
deflate balls. I'm just asking.
I would double team. I would put my best DB on the number 2 receiver, and I would double team the number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
So that's a play New England used to always do. So, but Jalen Ramsey against OBJ would be a great matchup.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Well, I'm getting
that's on the same team.
Right. That would be a good matchup. I'm all good stuff on that.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna blur that out when I edit this. I'm gonna blur that clean out because I just told that all.
It would be Jamar Chase versus.
And as soon as I said it, I was like, "Fool, that ain't right. That ain't right."
Jamar Chase versus Jalen Ramsey. But that's it, because isn't Jalen only on one side? He doesn't cover just the number 1. He's only on the side, right?
And see, you can't be a number 1 to me if you don't follow him. And Jalen has been getting pumped.
Yeah. All season.
He do a lot of talking, but it seemed like as soon as they talk back, he shut up. And I don't like people like that. I don't like people like that.
I call him Mr. Sassy, but that's just me.
I'm a trash talker to my core, so I don't believe.
Oh, that's me.
I don't believe in just talking when you win it.
Exactly.
See, if I be talking right now, if we was before the game, during the game, after the game, if you won, I still would talk. You just got lucky. You know, Jerry tell you if you gonna talk. Don't talk when you win it.
Exactly.
So, but I think the Rams gonna win.
Nah.
I think the game gonna be good. I ain't gonna even trip. I love blowouts just to laugh at people. But
I don't think anybody's gonna get blown out.
I think the game gonna be good. But the one thing I'm looking forward to. Oh, LaDonna, no. Did I let you go? Did I ask you who you thought was gonna win?
Yeah, I said I'm a neutral.
That's right. Yeah. But I am looking forward to the halftime show.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the halftime show. I hate to say this, I'm gonna get bashed. I ain't trying to see Mary J. I'm straight.
What?
I'm not either, because she's not on drugs.
Because she gonna do that goofy dance. I ain't trying to see that.
That is a classic. That's a classic dance.
But I need her on drugs. That's the only.
I'm all with Dr. Dre though. I hope Snoop come out. I hope they do deep cover. I hope Cube come out. He do big subwoofer. It's over with. I'm gonna be somewhere crip walking in the house.
My 4-year-old knows all of them, but Mary, because I like Mary. Don't get me wrong. I listen to Mary. I know Mary, but I listen to more hip hop. I listen to R&B, but when he's in the car, especially with his daddy, because his daddy listens to all West Coast music, he knows all of it. So I'm ready for him to be acting like he West Coast.
Yeah. Crip walking.
I'm ready.
He do still DRE. It's gonna be a problem. I know my son gonna have a fit. So I'm looking forward to the halftime show. Depending on what the censors, they'll tell him, you can't do this. But
yeah,
I'm Snoop. No, I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it. But other than that, this might be it. This was a good episode. You ladies did not disappoint. You did disappoint. This is exactly what I wanted, because you don't get too many platforms where they show women.
yeah.
And I wanted to do that because what you ladies really prove what I already knew. You ladies know more than a bunch of guys I know who I have on shows. So we may have to do this.
We're gonna talk about Brian Flores real quick before we leave, because we gotta talk about this Brian Flores situation.
We can. Okay, we'll go into that. We'll go into that.
Because this is a situation. This is a situation I'm not appreciating. For one, he's quoting Kaepernick. Don't quote him now. When he was basically hung his career out to dry, now you're willing to hang your career out to dry. He needed a coach to back him. I don't care what type of coach you were. He needed a coach to back him, and you weren't willing to coach him, like help him. You weren't willing to help him. Now you're putting your situation. You're now in Cap's shoes. Okay, you're suing. You're doing your thing. Now the media is coming at you. You're going through the same thing as Cap. The media is coming after you instead of backing you. And it's sickening. It is sickening, like very sickening, that our African American colleagues of the NFL that's doing any NFL that is coming after this man. I don't care. He has receipts. If these damn text messages ain't enough, I don't know what is.
And the crazy part about it, I was just telling people this. And what they did been going on. It just got caught. Belichick just got caught slipping.
He got caught because he didn't put Black Brian and White Brian
he got
in
caught
his phone
slipping.
under the right.
He got caught slipping. And the sad part about it, the owners basically, they gonna say, I paid $5 billion, $2 billion for this team. You can't tell me who to hire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not right. It's definitely not right. But they gonna say, you can't, we employ the commissioner. So you gonna tell us, you gonna tell us who to hire, we're just gonna fire you and get somebody else. You know what I'm saying? The coach who just got hired for the Dolphins today, I've never heard of this coordinator. I put on Facebook, I was like, who? I was like, I was like, this is what Flores is talking about.
Yep.
Yep. And the sad part, the NFL is a good old boys club.
Yep.
So that's something that's never gonna change. You know what I'm saying? Just like they say, a coach like Tomlin with Pittsburgh, but let Tomlin have a bad record, he'll probably get fired.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I think it's not only about.
It's not even, but that's not even what they do in Pittsburgh. That's not their.
No, Pittsburgh. That's one thing I give Pittsburgh. If they hire you, you good. You good.
Their job is probably the most secure job in the NFL.
Yeah, Pittsburgh don't. That's one thing I like about them. They stable. They stable. So I like that. But he even if a team give him a job, one of the last remaining jobs, it's gonna be looked at sideways. Like, oh, you just hired him because of what he did. Because they almost gonna try to flip the narrative of his feelings hurt. So now he won't sue because he found out about the text message. Like, now he crying. You know, they always try to flip it as Madonna say. But I wish more. I like a little bit what Marvin Lewis said, because he was saying like something like that happened to him. I think he said it on Keyshawn's show I looked at with Carolina. That when he was an assistant, the coach told him to go to Carolina through the interview. And he was like, man, I heard they're going to hire Fox on Friday. And they told him like, no, they're not going to do that. He was like, no, but I heard from a reliable source, they're going to hire Fox Friday. And he said he went and interviewed and everything. And they told him, no, man, we still doing interviews. And he said, Friday, you named Fox coach, you know. So I was glad he came and at least said that. But it gonna depend on what the judge says as far as letting them open up everybody messages to see what they said pertaining to hiring minorities. The judge ain't gonna let them do that. The NFL done already came along.
They're definitely not doing that.
That will
No.
all they gonna do, and I hate to say it, all they gonna do is settle just like they did Cap.
Yeah.
They're gonna give him, like, every owner gonna give him like $2 million. Pitch in, all of them give him $2 million. They gonna give him 40, 60 million dollars, and you can't coach no more. You know, something like that.
Does this make you feel some type of way? Like for me, it really makes me, because I'm like, Bosch is like thinking about boycotting because there's not enough coaches, not enough Black coaches, not enough Black owners. And it's starting to make me feel a type of way. Like
it's getting there. It's getting there to make me be like, oh, what? It's too much. It's getting too. You look at it like slaves.
Yeah, but you know what? It's been like that though.
Yeah.
And we don't. If we could all get on the same page and say we gonna do it, that's one thing.
And that's our problem. That's our problem.
We can't get on the same page.
We can't get on the same page.
Too many variables, because while I disagree with what they doing, and I know they doing it, they do it everywhere. They do it in corporate. We gonna give minorities an interview, but we ain't gonna hire them. But we interview.
No, we ain't gonna hire, and we gonna make any excuse not to hire. It used to be the earring, it used to be the tattoo, your appearance and all that. And you know, any little thing to not let you get in, they'll do it.
But then what about the players? So we boycott the NFL as an organization, but what about the players? I mean, the NFL is what, 70% Black? So, you know, there's just too many variables.
Yeah.
We need somebody to organize and strategize and tell us exactly what it is we need to be doing, because just not watching, I don't think that's gonna do anything.
They in the NFL is so strong, they don't have no competition.
Right.
No type of competition. There's nothing. It's such a almost like a dictatorship. So they just got everything on lock. There's no competition as far as the players or anything, because everything is on lock. If they had some type of any type of competition for the players, like my player may go here instead of here, you know, or the players say, oh man, we ain't playing with over there, you know, we gonna go over here. But they can't.
I wish the players had some say. You know what I'm saying? Like some type of, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I wish, you know, had the balls, more of them had the balls to say, you know what, we need to figure out a way to get these African American coaches into head coaching positions. You know, we need to, because like what happened in Houston, Deshaun Watson tried to do that. and then I know it's a bad, it's a bad example, but
even with him,
but he didn't want the guy that was selected. He didn't want just anybody. He really wanted Eric Bieniemy, but it didn't happen. He got just whoever, I forgot who the guy was, and then nobody wants the Houston job. It's not your dream job situation. There's a lot going on down there.
That's what they give to the black coaches. The
Yeah,
worst jobs.
exactly.
The
You get the worst job.
The Jacksonville's, the
Giants.
Till now, the Cincinnati's, the Giants, the Jets.
Yeah.
They get the used to be the Tampa Bays.
Yeah.
The worst jobs where then your organization don't give you what you need to win, so you're in a no-win situation. Then you got as what Brian Flores said, you got the owners. Come on, man, we gonna tank. Money.
And I think
believe a lot of owners.
I think that's the bigger issue.
Yeah.
I think if he had played ball,
yeah.
If he played ball, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Yeah. But he wanted to win, and it's like, this is what you paid me for, to win. But you're sabotaging him for the next job because Hugh Jackson, his record stinks. So now that he's available, nobody wants to hire him.
Yeah.
Or Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis coached 15 years and brought Cincinnati to relevance. Got fired. He can't get another job. How Marvin Lewis can't get another job? You know what I'm saying? They'll hire retreads in a minute. Pete Carroll, prime example. Even though he won the Super Bowl, he was looked at as a buffoon. His first few go-arounds in the NFL with the Jets and the Patriots, and went to college with his tail between his legs. Even Belichick, Belichick was despised in Cleveland, so
people forget, like, Pete Carroll didn't start winning until Russell Wilson came to Seattle. Like, it was
79.
Yeah,
he was trash.
He was garbage. And then, like, I keep trying to tell them, Seattle is broke. Like, somebody's gone from that organization, and it might be an ugly divorce. Like, Pete Carroll may be gone and Russell Wilson. And they were like, what do you mean? Do you realize they only started winning when they got together? So everybody might be gone. Like, this might be an apple. Like, everybody might be gone. Like, no one listens, but I'm a girl, so who knows? Like, if he's not gone this year, he might be gone next year, like I said, because they haven't done nothing.
Right.
No, they did nothing.
Their organization, they want some. They want their organization. They want something now. They're not like the Cowboys that will hold on for you 10 years and do absolutely nothing but one playoff appearance, and you just clap your hands on the sidelines forever. That's not what they do. That's not what they do.
But a lot of these teams have young owners now, so these young owners aren't. They want instant results.
Exactly.
They don't want, and what happened with Cincinnati this year, a lot of people finna be in trouble.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people finna be like, look, man, it took them 2-3 years. They in the Super Bowl. What's the problem? 2 years. What's the problem?
I wish the Bears would start to have that type of attitude.
The Bears.
Throw the whole team away.
I'm going to go and say it with the Bears. The Bears are going to be in the same boat as the Blackhawks. They're not going to do nothing, forgive me for saying this, until old lady McCaskey passed away.
Yeah, you know what? When she passed away, yeah, then change.
I believe they're going to sell the team.
Really? Okay.
I believe they'll sell the team. They'll get some young billionaire to buy the sorry Bears and then put.
So you saying stack my dough right now? That's what you're saying?
You'll never get it. You're black. You'll never get it.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot for a minute. My
if
bad.
Walter Payton couldn't get it, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm saying y'all have a decent team. Like, it's not like your team is bad. Like, your team.
I'm not a Bear fan, so they're never decent to me.
No.
Well, the decision.
I'm talking to Jerry. Like, your decision making,
the
Like
decision
your
making
team,
is
you're
what's
actually,
effing it
your
up.
actual, yeah, your actual team was probably one of the teams, your team, your rival, the Vikings in Vegas, even Broncos, which was I know your team, other teams.
I love them.
That Jimmy, yeah, Jimmy, like that's your team. They were the only teams I would say were probably the teams that were the wanted teams to go to. That were like there was a few pieces missing here and there that you would say they had a solid team. Like they could be probably in the playoffs for the next couple years. It wasn't like a total like rebuild.
No, it's not a dumpster fire.
Yeah, it's because people think of Chicago and think it's like a whole dumpster fire.
No,
No,
it's not a
it's not
dumpster
that
fire.
off. It's not that off.
If they made one or two moves, my problem with them, they don't have draft capital. So
Yeah, because we like to give up our draft picks for garbage.
So
yeah.
So yeah.
I had a plan to what I would do, but everybody thought I was crazy. I think even though he got hurt, I think they get too late. I think they should have traded Khalil Mack and got
I
picked.
think they should have too.
Yeah.
I think
I
they
think we
traded.
spent too much money to get him. We
I would have
spent too
traded.
much to get him.
Yeah, I would have traded Mack.
I think you should have gave up too much money to Quinn. I'm not trying to be funny, even though because y'all got Quinn from us, y'all overpaid for him. I liked him, but he was overpaid.
Look, he did good this year, but he probably don't do that. This is probably the last good year of his career.
Yeah.
But they overpay for the wrong thing.
Yes.
So
yes.
I
We need to get
think-
rid of Jimmy Graham. Get
That too. I think this this
agree
off
with that.
season, I think they need to concentrate strictly on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To get
We need
the
receivers.
line receivers. I will go, since they don't have draft capital, I'll go to the black colleges.
Yeah.
Look for me. I know some young boys down there living in a one bedroom cot house, and there's 19 of them. But I know he's 6'4", run a 4.3 40, and could catch everything. You know, get you 2-3 of those, and all your draft. I'm drafting offensive line.
Yeah.
From SEC, Big Ten, and you want bruisers. My whole offseason will be on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
I think their defense, they saw they could play without Matt, and they still could hold a fort. So I think they could wait a year, but I would get rid of Matt just to give some relief on my salary cap.
Yeah.
Because but they gotta do something with their offensive side of the ball. I get a general manager some play. I ain't no Bell fan, but you do want them to be competitive instead of just getting mollywopped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they have to get out this monsters of the midway, smash mouth football. That ain't the NFL no.
Right.
You got to score. Because these young Thundercats is coming.
And we got to throw the ball. I mean, I feel like when I watch the Bears game, it's like run, pass, every single time. They never try to switch it up.
89.
I was like, they don't do no RPOs, do they?
They got the quarterback to do it.
Yeah,
they don't do it. And then at the quarterback position, they're so wishy-washy. It's like we know Justin Fields is young. Either stick with him or
you got to stick with him now. That's you got to stick with him.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would have sat him all this year. I would have let Andy Dalton get all them licks. I'd have let him.
But make a decision. Going back and forth, I think it's bad for.
I'm talking about just to start the season. He'd got all that $10 million worth. He'd got all that $10 million. He'd got beat all $10 million worth. Him and who was the third? Nick Foles.
Yeah, Nick Foles.
They'd earned all their money.
Yeah, because you're paying Foles more than you're paying Andy, right?
Yeah,
they'd earned all that money, and I'd have told Justin Fields probably would have got all the practice reps because those are two veterans to just get them reps, but he wouldn't have saw the field. Andy Dalton and Nick Foles would have got all their money earned out of me. They but behind that line, I wouldn't have cared. Hit him. He getting paid $10 million. Hit him. I don't care.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
You know, the fans cried out, "We need Justin," but you know, fans are fickle.
Chicago
and in the
fans
grand
so
scheme
fickle.
of things, they don't know.
Chicago fans so fickle.
You know,
they'll beg for Justin Fields. Then after the third week, why did we even put him in the game? Well, why would you play him? Why you ain't playing Andy Dalton? That's why I hate the Bears now, because they so wishy-washy.
Yep.
They so wishy-washy. But your Cowboys, LaDonna, I will say, my brother-in-law is a Cowboy fan. So to see him hurt was so mag. That's the one thing about the Cowboys. They can always bring me
No, I'm never hurt. I don't expect nothing from them.
Laughter. Other than the Bears, nothing brings me more laughter than Dallas. So
like they lose in their own way, but I just, before we go, I heard something, and it was from Cam Newton himself before he became, I guess you call a starter of Carolina.
I'm not a fan of
when he got. No, but it's something. I'm not really the biggest Cam Newton fan. I was of him before he got hurt, after he got hurt, But he said something, and it made sense of what happened in Chicago. Owners don't want you to know the backup name because they start screaming for the backup's name.
Yep.
Yep.
And he said, I was let go in New England because of he said aura. No, there was multiple things that he was let go, but
fashion being one of them.
His passion. 2, we know arm strength was another one. We saw that clear as day. But 3, the other one was let go was because his name was Cam Newton. People knew his name.
Okay, yeah.
And that is what has happened. That is what happened in Chicago.
Oh yeah. But why do you care? If you're the coach and you know what's best for the team, why do you care what the fans are saying? You need to win games.
But I think
Nagy didn't care. Like, I think Nagy just said, "Look, that's it. This is my last year anyway."
Right.
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 My last year. I'm gonna put the water boy out there.
I'm putting anybody in. I'm getting fired anyway. So you want to play? You want to play? You want to go in?
You want to play running back? Are you never playing running back? We can teach you real quick.
We'll suit you up. We'll suit you up. They ain't gonna know the difference. You want to turn kicks? You never. Okay, come on.
Just wave your arms. Just wave your arms.
On that note, we go end it. This was a real good episode. I'm so glad that you ladies came on. Like I say, you did exactly what I thought. I was really impressed by it. Like I say, I'm humbly thankful for you ladies to come on. I really enjoyed it. We don't have to do this again. We could do a basketball show. We'll definitely, Lord willing.
Is this going to be swearing in the basketball one? Because I'm going to have to let a lot of
we can. Fly. I really don't like cussing because my father be watching this, but I'll let y'all slide.
Okay.
No, the women, I let the women get away. We'll do a basketball show. And since I see LaDonna's in the fantasy, we definitely going to do a fantasy preview.
Yeah, you got to jump in here with us.
We definitely going to do a fantasy preview. So, you guys want to give a shout out, Jerry? You got anything you want to tell to the people before we leave?
Joe Shiesty gonna take it. That's it. Thanks for having us, though. I appreciate it.
No problem. What about you, LaDonna?
Thanks for having me. And I do a show on Tuesday night on Facebook called Red Cup Rants with my boy Dre and we talk sports. And that's. And then I do a few shows. I do that. Just
send the links
on Wednesdays.
What's the links? What's the links? We check you out.
Send the links.
I'll send you the links. Because I do like 4. I think like 3 shows now. Yeah, and then Just Say the Truth on Wednesday night. That's on ASAP Network, and then on Friday we just do. Friday is just a made up show. Friday is kind of like just get off your chest. Like what is? It's kind of like it don't even. It's not even sports related. It's
Okay.
kind of those one of those shows that was like this Freestyle Friday, and whatever is on your mind, we just speak. And we
Okay.
can't. The one thing we can't do though is talk about sports. Like we have vowed no sports on Friday.
I'll never be on it.
Yeah, because we talk about sports so much. We were like, for that 1 hour,
I
no
got you.
sports.
I
Yeah,
got
because we talk about it all the time. But yeah,
Okay.
so I'll send you links though.
Okay, no problem. And of course, you can check me out on Talking Sports with the Know-It-Alls. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on everything. On that note, signing off from the crew, LaDonna and Jerry. We're going to say peace. Oh, I got to say one more. Love 1030. I always say that at the end of my show. All right, later.